Well, that's right. It is raining out here on the resort. But this isn't just rain. This is rain that comes from Tropical Depression Arthur, which is the first named storm of the season. That's right. Aside from coronavirus, now we have to deal in Florida with hurricane season. Now, hurricane season doesn't start until the 1st of June, which means this freak show is a little out of time. But to celebrate it, let's go back and look at the last big hurricane from the last year. These things always start the same way, small. At first it's a little squall in the North Atlantic, and before you know it, it's a raging hurricane headed toward Florida. By Friday morning, it was swirling seriously enough that we got this notice. Okay, it's hurricane season again, that's right. And it's time to take all of this stuff off of the patio and put it here in the living rooms. Well, there's all the stuff outside that actually has to come in. So, Bummy, what do you think? Huh? What do you think about all this? You don't care, I just want to go outside. You're being weird. Yeah. I figure this piece here that'll go right next to the piece inside, and I'll put the banana tree, which is right over here. Put that on top of it. Yeah, so I figure probably I'll take a lot of this, like the plants and stuff inside, but I'll leave the table and chair out until tomorrow morning. I mean, let's face it, the hurricane's not supposed to actually hit here until Monday or Tuesday. And we have other things we're doing tomorrow. So tomorrow morning's good enough. But for now, I haven't seen the patio this bare in years. Beach Bum seems a little freaked out about all of it too. Cats are mysterious creatures of habit after all. Hey, speaking of mysterious, remember me saying there was something else going on this weekend? Well, while the storm haunts us, we're gonna go scare up a couple of other ghosts. Well now, when you know that there's a hurricane coming, there's a bunch of different things you can do. You could go in and prepare, or you could take a road trip. When I learned that an old friend, Bob Mullins, better known as Danger Bob, had begun a walking ghost tour of Mount Dora, I knew I'd have to go. When I booked a room here at the Lakeside Inn, I didn't expect to be facing a pending hurricane, though, just a few ghosts. Old world charm. Heavens, look at that. But now, look at the view we have. Pretty cool view. Huh, really is. And it stopped raining too. It's a big, nice pool down there. I think I might just go down there and take advantage of that. Yeah, well, I figured I'd go down, head down now and take a swim there. And maybe they've got a bar too. Yeah. Nice pool, nice warm water. And just on the other side of the pool is Lake Dora, with a dock closed because of damage from the last big hurricane to hit Central Florida. So that was poolside for a minute. Nice water. That's what I do for a living. What do I do? Come jump in the water when I'm not working. Wow. All right, and it looks like I have found the park. This is where the ghost tour will meet tonight. Then I had dinner, a hurricane special according to the menu, at this place I found, which, coincidentally, was on the ghost tour.
The Frog and Monkey, hotbed of activity. Also, they have other spirits too. I would check them out. And we're walking. And we're walking.
But of course, we had to end up at the most haunted place in town, the Lakeside Inn.
Please serve. Serve. Turn back, please.
Of course, in my hotel. Let's see what he's got to say about this place.
Lakeside Inn is one of the most supernaturally active buildings in Florida, possibly due to its long, long age. There's a gentleman known as the Gangster. He wears a black suit and a black hat. And he's been known to roam around the halls. Also, occasionally you'll catch a whiff of cigars. Now, this building actually had a speakeasy in the basement called the Kumquat Lounge. That's right, the Kumquat Lounge. Now currently it is known as the room where we keep the printer. But I'm thinking that that sad gangster gentleman is still looking for his favorite watering spot to get a drink.
As you're talking about him, it's going all the way to red.
Oh really? My
Yes.
goodness. Hello gangster. Are you just looking for a drink?
Kumquat Lounge sits right.
Oh, that's up. I don't know what that was.
Amy. The guy. Now you can see here, one here, this square that's cut out here. This is the closure for the old Kumquat Lounge, the secret entry. You see the outline of it there?
I feel like I'm part of the show.
And it's been closed off. When you go out, you can see that there's some renovations are being done on the porch there, and you can actually see down that there is indeed a basement. There it is. Are you getting a reading?
Yeah.
Good Lord. All right.
He's a good Lord.
Good Lord. Father, protect us. Turn back now.
A drunk gangster will follow you home. And raise your praise. And we're walking. Yes, we are.
A drunken gangster will follow you home. What's a guy gotta do to get a drink around here? Fill everybody full of holes? Huh. I could have sworn I heard something. Oh well, it must have just been my imagination. Next morning, with Dorian's spinning over the Bahamas. It was time to leave this charming little town and book for Volcano Bay, where I work as a lifeguard. Volcano Bay, where I work as a lifeguard, was open for business despite the approaching storm. As it turned out, we didn't do much. And the next day, Universal closed its doors to batten down and weather the upcoming juggernaut. But not everyone followed their lead.
Most of the stores are closed, but for emergency supplies, Total Wine remains open.
And the situation back home the next day was hardly expected.
What can I say? Nice glass of wine. Definitely Florida hurricane supplies.
I have to admit, I felt pretty guilty today because, let's face it, today was almost a sunshiny day. What's the last hurricane that was like this? Hurricane Matthew. When we prepared for the absolute worst that could possibly happen.
This moves 20 miles to the west, and you and everyone you know are dead.
And then nothing did. I remember Rose was here with me at that time, and I can still remember her saying, "Yeah, I'll die with you." And then nothing happened, just like this. Now, my little cat Beach Bum, now there's another story. He's been freaked out all day. I mean, like I said, it's nice and sunny, and you'd think that he'd just be outside playing, but he would go out for like maybe a half an hour at a time and then just completely run back inside. So he's been freaked out. So there's, obviously animals are a lot more sensitive to this stuff than people are. So yeah, he actually feels that there's something out there to freak out to. But as far as me and here, in fact, I do feel a little guilty about taking pay for today. Unless something significant happens tonight. Which it didn't. Well, that's the extent of the storm. A little bit of wind. That's it. Talk about a tempest in a teapot. Wow. Of course, at least we're not the Bahamas. They're the ones who really got smacked down. But that's it for us. So much for Hurricane Dorian. It did, however, leave us with a beautiful sunset. Now, listen, as far as this hurricane goes, the one thing that I was really looking forward to doing, last hurricane, I remember going out riding a skateboard in the hurricane winds. This time, what I wanted to actually do was this. I wanted to ride out the hurricane on my donut. That's right. I thought it would be really cool to wait until the rain was just at an extreme point and then to jump on my donut here and ride it out. Unfortunately, there was no weather that I could actually jump on the donut and do it. Too bad, man. That would have been incredible. Well, I have to admit a few things have changed since Dorian passed us by last year. For one thing, I'm not working as a lifeguard anymore, except here at the coronavirus resort. And that's because due to the pandemic, all of the theme parks, including Volcano Bay, have been closed since the beginning of April. At least the concept of the donut is still true, taking into account we get more rain. It's one thing to make light of everything, but honestly, 8 months ago in that hurricane, the Bahamas really took it on the chin. That was one of the worst disasters that country has ever faced. Fortunately for us, it never made landfall here. But
Oh my God, it stayed over the Bahamas for like 24 hours, just circling and circling. It just tore the place to pieces. So, hurricane season is very, very dangerous. And that's what we're looking for right after coronavirus is over, hurricane season. So anyway, hopefully it won't be too bad, because most of our hurricanes are exactly what Dorian was. You know, missed us. On the other hand, the experts are now saying that we can expect more named storms, at least 3 more hurricanes of class 3 and higher this next year because of the warmer waters and conditions. So, who knows? Maybe I'll get a chance to ride that donut after all. And you know, there's actually a thing down here that says no diving.
For more hurricane thrills, see Surviving Matthew and the Hurricane Chronicles. And for the entire Mount Dora Goes Tour, see Ghost Story. Find them all on the Last Wanderer of Mars playlist. And whatever you do, don't get blown away. Subscribe to the Last Wanderer of Mars. And when you do, don't forget to ring that little bell